And we can just dance the night away until we get no more. Shake all the hurt away so you can feel and forget who you used to be. For just tonight, could you just dance the night away?
Alright, what's this book say? Let's see if I can read still. Commander, okay. The following steps must be completed in order and with the utmost care and precision. Oh God! You're giving the dyslexic kid the instructions. That's not good. It's like giving it's like giving the mute kid the mic and saying, "Here, use this." I mean, like, there's plenty of comedians who are mute and stuff that do use the mics, but mostly they use their hands and someone else to say it if they need to say. Anyways, off topic. There's almost some amount of danger if we do not proceed with caution and handle each item appropriately. Well, duh. We don't want to scar that pretty face of yours. Excuse him, wah. Ugliest dog crap. How dare you? And by scarred, I only imply certain. And by scarred, I imply uncertain death. You know what? There. Step 1. First, you must take the sample off the pirate and break it down into fine powder using the metalwork station hammer function. 2. How many steps are to this? Okay. Let's just do one attempt. Can I hold this while I run around with it? Because otherwise I'm going to get myself confused. Okay, so pyrite. Let's see. Where is it? There's this. Give me that. I'm sure it will actually kill us, but I don't exactly want to tempt it. What does it say? Follows instructions to the letter. Steps must be followed in order to give in the right process. Okay. Okay, so first you sample pyrite, break it into fine powder using metal workstation hammer function. Opens the station, enabling you to put the materials in. Okay. After insert, you hear the mechanical activating after several minutes of pounding. The station works, stops, and gives the bottle a fine ground. Okay, cool. Alright, good. Step 1 is done for now. Okay, step 2. Once the pirate has power to bring it to me, and okay, that step 2 does not need to be said. It's obvious. The green basket came up, and I assume I don't have to hold it the whole time. Ugh, God, that connects. While I'm working on that, you can extract the magic components identified identically using the following sequence. As they create most potential things. Use the operating station to extract ley energy. So I need the raw ley energy. Preparation station, this one. We're gonna change page. Next, use the preparation station to extract the seer magic. Okay, finally use the metal stations to crack open the inquest. Okay. So, you want me to use this, to extract. Okay. Components, extract. Okay, got the extract. Step away from the station. And then you want me to use preparations next using the seer magic. Same thing. Use extract. And then once finally metal station, use the metal station to crack open the inquest. Okay. Hello. You made it. That's cute. So you need me to get what? Use the metalwork station to crack open the inquest tech. Magic tech thing right here. Using the hammer function, then use the preparation station to extract the music. Okay. Hammer. Step away. Go here. Use extract as it said? Yes. Then use purchase extract.
Commander, I prepared the caustic solution you'll need next.
Okay, cool, thanks. I like how he is actually doing things while I'm doing things. Even though it's mostly just me trying to read. Struggling, but I'm doing it. Once that's all done, return to me. I should have your next step. Okay, yeah.
Do be careful not to get any of that on you. Can't save the world if you're, dissolved.
I mean, technically, maybe. I mean, well, actually, no, that I think about it, dissolved means like completely gone. But I mean, would I become mush? And if I became mush, then I could theoretically be used as compost. But assuming it's dissolving like it is salt and water kind of thing, I assume maybe not. Be binded to whatever the floor is. Once those are done, return to me, blah, 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 yeah. Take the solution that I give you and carefully use the following components. At the prep station, metal station, as before, completing these steps in the following sequence to produce a stronger component. Before you can do any leaching, you must add the calculated solution to prepare it. Hammer. You must add the calloused solution to the preparation table. Okay, I'm gonna go for the preparation table and tell me see what it says. Need a valuable component. Is this what I need? Okay. Hammer the saltpeter and use it to crush. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. I feel like how they're lined up in kind of order for the most part. Okay, so go and crush it, and you've add to the count solution to sorry, I was reading the other station real quick. If you've added the station already, you should be able to crush the saltpeter. This one? Okay. Hold up, we're gonna have to start over, I think, now that I look at it. Because I'm trying to get the achievement that's there. And there's no waypoint that's closer. That's horrible! Because yeah, I don't care. 90% of the bloodstone combo. Nice! Nice. 92%. That's good. I still have to get my 6-hour mark, I think. I have my 4-hour mark, I don't have my 6-hour mark. I sat and watched other people play Guild Wars 2 last night because mine didn't work. It worked for my husband, who was watching, and it worked for a few other people who were watching that mentioned it. But it didn't work for me because I had, the browser I was using on my phone wasn't, the sensors on Twitch weren't on, so it didn't catch it. Which is fine, because I just sat and watched, like, Muttluck and a few other people just play it for a little bit. I intentionally muted what they were doing and didn't watch it, because, not because I have an issue with, like, Muttluck or anything, or because I don't like their content, or the other people's content. I'm trying to not spoil myself in any capacity for this. So, I intentionally, like, put it away. I was watching their faces and stuff, and I'd, like, look over every now and then, but I intentionally wasn't listening. Because I didn't want to spoil it for myself, considering that I'm doing videos for it. But, you know, I'm actually going to rip this stream off of, or the recording off of Twitch after this because of the fact that it would have just slowed us down to have to record it if the whole stream is the same game. But, yeah, so, I did that for myself because I had recorded, I streamed it for like 2 hours and got nothing for it for myself, which is fine. I'm not upset. It wasn't a big deal. But I was really worried about people watching yesterday that didn't get anything. But my husband got stuff, so I was like, okay, cool. So only he got stuff, so it's great. Or, you know, he got stuff, so that clearly worked for everybody else but me. Yeah. I want to get this achievement because then I don't have to do it again.
I think so, but what is all this for?
More than one thing I've been after has been behind a barrier, so I've built a few devices in my day to get past them. This will operate on a similar principle, but we'll need to scale the payload up, significantly. Luckily, the forge here should be just the yield enhancer we need.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do this.
I've written out some instructions for you to follow while I work on the more
Okay.
delicate components. This is a very precise device, so make sure you follow the steps exactly. There's also a tome there about how this forge actually works. Hopefully that helps as well.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we'll try this again because I got
Alright,
confused
now
at
just
step
carefully
5.
tamp down the powder.
Okay, we'll do the pyro first. Take it to the hammer one, break it down. And my pet to be absorbed.
Bring me some of that powdered pyrite, would you? Trying to get the mix just right.
Okay,
I hope this essence doesn't leak out early.
I'm working on that. Okay, we're gonna have to take the magic. A ley line one. Take the prep station extract. Go back over here to the other one, I think, right? And extract it as well.
It should go without saying, but try not to shake this thing too much.
I am running at my own capacity. It is not my fault, okay? That is your issue. Using the metal station to crack open the magitech containing, using the hammer function, and then preparing the actual table for the energy. Then use the preparation station to extract the energy, yeah. I'm making sure I was reading that correctly.
Prepare the caustic solution you'll need next.
Okay, hold up. I'm gonna wait to read this part here because I don't know if I should have taken it from him first. Take the solution I give you and carefully use in the following components at the preparation and melting station, metal workstation, as before completing these steps in the following sequence to produce the strongest chemical reaction. Okay, before you do any leaching, you must add the catalyst solution to the prep table station. Okay, you said that, but
Do be careful not to get any of that on you. Can't save the world if you're dissolved.
okay. It's not these two. Before you can do any leaching, you must add the catalyst solution to the prep station. I'm assuming it's this. I need compound. Okay. Hammer the saltpeter until it crushed. If you've added catalyst solution to the station already, you must be able to. You should be able to leach it. The crushing. Is it here? No. Until it's crushed. If you add the catalyst solution to the station already, you should be able to leach it. Okay. It finished my drops. Nice. Good. Hope you're happy for you guys. I'm halfway through. Fair. Okay. Okay, so here, use the hammer, crush it. Okay. If you've added the catalyst solution already, you should be able to leach. Okay. So, I should just be able to do this, right? See, okay, what luge, like, what station does that? Polished components, coding requirement. I don't think he's polished, right? And I'm holding the detailed instructions, so... Oh, it's on the floor. Why is it on the floor? Wait, why? Oh, is it because I was holding it? But... Okay, that's confusing. We'll go back here and do it again. I don't understand that. I'll stick around, of course. Okay, it's fine. I don't understand that because, it's because I'm reading it wrong. I know it's my brain not comprehending it. This is the problem with throwing too many instructions at me specifically at once. I know for a fact this isn't that hard for other people, but for me, that's really difficult to comprehend. Speaking of this, okay, off topic. This is more funny than it is anything else. I used to really hate it when my teachers would throw wordplay at me. Like, because when you're a special ed kid and you have learning disabilities, one of the things that ends up becoming really prone that they do is that they will do the whole backwards conversating, in my opinion. Instead of listing things in a normal order, they'll do like how the book was saying, oh, before you do this though, do this, this, this. They're counterproductive instructions. It's really annoying when you have a learning disability, because when you see people write lists out and they aren't in order from point A to point B, and you have to like read through the lines or read between the lines, is really annoying. But they used to do this, and they used to do these tests where they give you a riddle, and then you'd say, okay, what did Johnny do when Johnny went to Sarah's house to give her this? And they would do these things like to try and trap you into things to figure out the right answer. It was really annoying because it's really difficult to do it. It's hard to distinguish information stuff, Like those ones where they're like, Jerry has like 30 cans of soup. He shares some with Sarah. Sarah's like 3 with Sarah, and then you have to figure out how many he has left. It's always annoying because it takes me way longer to figure it out.
I've written out some instructions for you to follow.
Yeah.
While I work on the more delicate.
I'll try and look at the book. Sarah's getting greedy with her
This is a
damn
very
soap or
precise
soup.
device,
Yeah,
so make
well,
sure
like
you follow the steps
I can't think off the top of my head some of the things.
There's also a
You
tone
see it a
there
lot
about
more
how
in
this
math,
forge
where they're
actually
like,
works.
Sarah wants 3
Hopefully
and
that
Jimmy
helps
has
you.
5. Jimmy gave 2 to Henry, and then Henry gave him 3. How much does does Henry does Jeremy have now, or whatever? Like, it always irritated me because it's like, who the fuck is like using this as like a way of figuring things out? Like, okay, like right here where it says this room right here is weird to me, because it says before leaching it you must add the catalyst. Okay, don't do that. Why did you put before? Don't do that. If you're gonna tell somebody to do a task, say go to the add the catalyst solution to the preparation station, and then before you leach. Okay, put before at the back of the sentence. Because to me, that's stupid. That is the stupidest way you can phrase something when you're telling someone to do something step by step and being very particular, right? But to a normal human being, that's not a really complicated thing. But for someone who's a learning disability, that makes me sit there and think, what the heck are you talking about? Why are you giving me stupid instructions? And then when it comes to like the hammer section here, it says hammer inspection crushed. If you've added the solution already, you should be able to leach the saltpeter. Like right here, this sentence feels unnecessary, but it's necessary. But for someone who's got a learning disability, it doesn't make any sense as to why you're telling me these things, And it sounds stupid. Like if you tell someone, like if you're reading it at least. I mentioned this to my teacher one time because she would tell me that I hated wordplay stories where they're like, how many does this have? Because it always irritated me. And my teacher goes, it irritates you because to you it doesn't logically lay out the way it should in your mind. She goes, that's what it is. It's like, she goes, it doesn't seem right to you because your brain doesn't comprehend the information the same way. It's funny because I did the, what did I do? What happened? I think I zoned out. I think I picked the wrong one and put it in there. Let me check real quick. Did I push distract? Because I have to distract it, right? I think I put the wrong one on that other one. Yeah. Hold up. I hate to do this again with it because it's annoying. I'm going to have to go back and fix that. Let me see here. We are 50 minutes in. Okay. I asked because I'm going to have to go and edit, probably cut that out until I finally get it, which is fine. It's not a big deal. But I need to remember, when you have to cut down a 6-hour video, it's massive. It's a lot of work. But it's at the same time, it's also kind of like, it's doable. It's not that bad. So, I'm gonna put 52 mark. Put cut. I'm writing a sticky note out so I remember to do it. Cause I'll just cut it. I did that with Gears 1 too. But I always hated wordplay when it came down to math and reading and stuff. And the reason they do these things, like, they weren't just doing it to be mean to me as a kid, even though as a kid I felt like they were doing it. They were trying to get me to use that part of my brain to comprehend what's being written in front of me so I can actually understand it. Problem is, as an adult, or as a kid specifically, it's annoying to have to endure that, because to you it feels like the world around you is being dumb, but you know deep down, but then everyone's looking at you like you're the dumb one. And it's really horrible. You know that feeling you get when people are looking at you and they're like, you said something stupid and it came from a place of ignorance or just not knowing something, and then you feel awful because you're like, I thought I was right, only to be like, nope, you're wrong. And it's horrible when you're the kid in that room and you have three adults looking at you like, I know that you think that, but, and then proceeding to correct you. It feels humiliating. I feel like that's the one thing about special ed that made it horrible. It wasn't the fact that I had problems, because I have a learning disability. That's fine. I'm not crutching on that. I'm not saying,
I
oh,
think so, but what
poor
is
me,
all
woe
this
me,
for?
type thing.
More than one thing I've been
But
after has been behind
one
the
thing about
barriers, so I
growing up
put
in
a few
school with special ed and
devices in my
stuff
day
is
to
that
get
it's
past
very
them.
degrading
This
because it
operator, slower
feels
principle, but we'll need to
like
still
you have all these
follow
strange
the
adults around you and other kids staring at you, and you feel like the weirdo in the room, when the reality is it's not your fault that everything is the way it
I've
is.
written out some instructions for you to follow
It's
while I work
really
on the
like
more
it's also
delicate
very
components.
discouraging. I feel like this is part of the
This
reason
is a
why
very
my kids are probably going to have,
precise device, so make sure
if I
you
end up
follow
having
the
children,
steps
they'll probably not
exactly.
learn this to be like me, but I feel
There's
like I
also a
could do
tome
better
there
at
about
teaching them
how
how to,
this forge
to deal
actually
with it
works.
more than
Hopefully
some
that
of those
helps as well.
handlers. Not the teachers themselves, because there was the teacher, and then there was like 2 or 3 handlers with which are like the
Alright, now
assistant
just carefully
workers
tamp down the
that help with special ed kids. Okay, so smash pyrite. And those assistant ones were the ones that were the problem, in my opinion,
Bring me
because
some of that powdered pyrites, would you? Trying to get the mix just right here.
okay,
I hope this essence
we're
doesn't
working on
leak out
this.
early.
Extract the components. Okay, to extract the lay energy. All right. See, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think it just hit the one below it last time.
It should go without saying, but try not to shake this thing too much when you're carrying it.
No. I will shake it as much as I want to. Now to use the preference station to extract the magic. See your magic. Okay. Finally, I'm gonna work to the tech container to smash it, then extract. Okay. Smash, extract. Simplify it from my pea-sized brain.
Too bad.
Smash it open. Take it here. Extract whatever this is.
Brandon, I've prepared the caustic solution you'll need next.
Okay, cool. Thank
Be
you.
careful not to get any of that on you. Can't save the world if you're dissolved.
Okay, let me put this on the floor. Okay. Go here and hammer the salt until it's crushed. If you add the solution to station already, you can start that. Okay. Okay, so go over here. Add component. Right. I don't know. We're gonna give this a try. Maybe I've been doing it wrong the whole time. Yeah, what's, maybe it's this one? I have a component polished. I have a component that requires coding. Let me just see about, we'll just see where I need to put this. I don't know where I need, which station I need to put this in. It's not rolling. Because that's where this problem is. I don't know where to put this component in. Oh, I don't have the... I have it in my hand. Okay, cool. See, yeah, where do I put the bottle of the catalyst? I don't get that. Where do you want me to put that? Exclusion into the preparation stable. Yeah, okay, cool. I see that, but where? You asked me to add that to it. That doesn't explain anything. Let's see. What? Okay, let me try this now. That doesn't really... Okay. Let me see here. If this works, then I know what I did do next. Okay, cool. So I do that. That doesn't make sense though, right? It says I have a component that requires leaching. Okay. So see, here's the thing. Okay, this is what I was saying before about confusing typing and wording. Is the fact that it says, oh, before you do that, do this. But then I'm also like, but you could just word this so much easier. You must add the solution to the preparation station and then leach. Duh! Look, I use like 3 less words than that. Bless and combo. I'm off to sleep. Good night. Sleep well. But yeah, like, you could say that so much easier. My brain does not like the way that worded is. But that's the thing, right? If you've got a learning disability, and this isn't saying anything bad about myself or other people, but because of that, you process information way slower or way different because it takes more time for your brain to catch up. Like, the only thing I can think of is it's kind of like if you are... my brain is like, if I had to give it an image, looks like a cat trapped in balls of yarn. The yarn's all there, the cat's there, but the ball of the yarn is it's gonna take a while to untangle the cat from the yarn. The cat being the thought, and the yarn being the mental process of jumping hoops to try and get to said process. But also, like I said, it seems irritating to me that it says before leaching it or whatever, and my brain just doesn't catch up to, like, the idea that means it needs to go in there. Because when someone says before, it's in my brain, it's just like the word, it's like saying but, wait, hold, which isn't necessarily true. It's not true for what I'm actually reading, but my brain immediately goes there. So I was very confused with that wording. Like I said, I hated that in school. Because most of the time as an adult, you can turn to somebody, and I always hated it in school. I had one teacher. Oh, what? Oh, what was that? I had one teacher who said, oh, well, you won't be able to ask questions in life sometimes. Sometimes you have to use critical thinking to solve these types of situations. Because I was bringing up how some of those math questions they have where, they're trying to figure out who's got how many bottles after they've shared and swapped and gave somebody this,
I think so, but what is
They,
all this for?
my teacher always said, well, you don't get to ask questions. Bullshit! As an adult, you get to ask a lot of questions. You can call for help. The only time you can't call for help is when you're in danger. And at that point, you don't care how many bottles of soap Jeremy's got. You only care about the fact that you need help right then. Like,
I've written out some instructions for you to follow.
maybe if you work in like a job that requires lots of math, like in like a science-based one, that makes sense. But I don't work in a science-based one.
Exactly.
I worked in retail for years. I did basic service and labors.
Hopefully that helps as well.
I'm a laborer and nothing else. And I'm okay with that.
And we can just dance the night away